I'm James O'Connor here. The 3 crawls you're probably not doing that will help your jiu-jitsu. So before I start, we're outdoors today. I'm gonna do some outdoor training. I've got these goat grips. These are a minimalist type of shoe, almost a sock. So when I'm outdoors, usually I try to do things in the grass, but a lot of the crawling and such I do, I'm gonna be on this long sidewalk. So check this out, it's super flexible. The bottom is grippy, so it can help you climb things. If you're into tree climbing, buildings, whatever it is, and it slips on just like a sock. So they're honestly, they're super comfortable. I can move my feet a bunch. This is gonna be great. This is my first session with them. So here's what we're gonna do. Crawling, it's so important. Crawling is something primally you do as a toddler, as a baby, and part of your development. In fact, kids with behavior issues, they will often take them back and start making them do crawling patterns. Because if you miss that in your development, any type of crawling, later on you can have different kind of challenges. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna do some crawling. I hope I can show it to you in a little bit different way than you're used to. Today's gonna be all about focused, slow, getting strong within these positions, and most importantly, controlled. We're not gonna use this necessarily as a cardio where we're going 30 yards as fast as we can. We're actually gonna back up and go slow. First crawl we're gonna do, I'm gonna keep my knees off the ground, but I'm gonna try to get them an inch. My hands are gonna fall underneath my shoulders. My knees are gonna be underneath my hips. I'll be up on the balls of my feet, but look at, my knees are just hovering. And all we're gonna do is I'm gonna start moving slow. I'm gonna push off my feet, keep my knees as close to the ground as I can, and you'll soon discover when you start crawling like this, trying to keep about 90 degrees with your legs, how intense this is on the quadriceps. Your triceps will start burning. You can go for 5, 10, 15 yards. When you start to feel cooked, we'll shake it out, relax, and we'll head back. So within this crawling pattern, what you can do is right hand and left leg moving at the same time, kind of like most animals do. So when I go, I'm crossing, keeping my elbows not flared out, but turned in. The second way, you can try to go right leg, right arm, they both move in unison. Second part moves in unison. Trying to breathe steady the entire time. And again, when you start to get fried, reset, go on back. The other thing you can do with crawling is, of course, going sideways or backwards. So that was forward. All I would do is turn around. Same thing. Knees are close to the ground. I can go one foot, one hand, one hand. I can move cross in unison. So right hand, left leg, cross sides. Or I can do both sides same time. This is extremely difficult. Keeping the knees close, controlled, moving at the same time. This gets you cooked fast. All right, so that's our first crawling exercise. Second, we're gonna do a bear walk, but what I'm gonna do is, most people when they do the bear walk, again, they go for speed, they'll go up and down 30 yards, 40 yards. We're gonna go slower. So check this out, I'm a big believer in practicing handstands. This is gonna help get you having your hips, understanding where they should be in a handstand as far as over your shoulders. So we're gonna start in a normal bear walk position. Legs straight, arms straight. So just like the previous pattern, you can go cross, cross, or same side. But what I want you to focus on is your hips coming up and over your shoulders. When I push off my leg, I'm gonna lift. Big intention. Off my right leg, I push, my hips come up. Hips come up. Hips come up. And look how high my hips are. I drag my second foot that's stepping up high, up high. Instead of keeping my hips low and parallel with the ground, I want there to be elevation, elevation. Then, as I take a step and I push off, my step with my hand, I want to go as slow as I can. You're going to practice going with contact on the ground, going fingers, knuckles, right inside where your calluses develop, to your palm. So you're going to go step, down, step, down. So my hips go high, I drive off my leg, step down with the hand. Cushioning every step, just like you would with your foot. Cushion, cushion. And eventually, if you get good with your hips, you can start elevating them up into handstand type of motions. But without this understanding of how to move your hips, going up into a handstand is very tough. One more time, I'll head on back, jog back. So that bear crawl would look like this slowly. Hips high, hips high, hips high. See how light your legs can become. Whew. So that's the second crawling. Okay, last one, third crawling exercise. I'm going to get back down. So if you've been training jiu-jitsu for any length of time, this is going to look super similar. The technical stand-up is such a foundational movement in jiu-jitsu that it actually crosses into everyday life. When you put your shoes on and you get up, it's an excellent opportunity just to practice your technical stand-up. It should be something you're doing every single day. So what we're going to do is, in jiu-jitsu, sometimes you have to retreat, sometimes you have to advance in this position. For self-defense, if somebody's standing and trying to hurt you, you're going to be in this position trying to protect yourself. So it's so important to be mobile from here. Here's what we're going to do. To make sure you're doing it right, again, we're on cement, not mat, right? So we're going to really have to be conscious of how we're moving. We're going to get on one side. My hand is going to be underneath my elbow and my shoulder. Other hand is up, just blocking, being a shield. My right leg, my right hand is up. My right leg is going to be able to take the brunt of my weight along with my left arm. And all you're going to do is you're going to reach your foot out. So normally you're a little bit compact. Small reach, my hand is posting up, I scoop my butt towards my heel, then I set it down. There's no dragging your hip across the cement. It's up, across. Very little activity from this left leg. You can just kind of hang out, have your toe turn out, because in a self-defense situation, you'll be kicking towards the ankle. So again, it's left arm, right leg dominant. When you see this crawling movement, man, one arm instead of two arms being active is way harder. Then you can switch sides. You can either continue going forward, or now I pull my leg in, I push off, and I go backward. Look as I go backward how my head shoots forward just a little bit as a counterbalance. Up, back. Step my foot in, right leg is just hanging out. All the activities, left leg, right arm. Push the hips back. Push the hips back. Again, this is going to get you hypermobile, ready for jiu-jitsu. You can switch, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, going backward, 1, 2, switching, 1, 2. What I teach the kids, a lot of times we'll have butt scoot races, we'll call them in classes, and I get them using both hands. This is a great alternative, not the best for jiu-jitsu, but understanding the movement, drawing your heels in, lifting, pushing the hips. Drawing the heels in, lifting, pushing the hips. So if you're out of shape and you have a tough time doing one arm, one leg, two arms, two leg is a great alternative. This is going to get you strong. It'll get you moving, of course, helping you be mobile. Not the best for self-defense, but occasionally you will see it in tournaments where somebody can't get someone's legs and they need to shoot in fast. They'll use both hands, both legs, shoot in, and then try to go for the ankles. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that you would ever use this. All right, those are the 3 crawls you should be doing to improve your jiu-jitsu and improve your life. Keep moving forward.